national anthem, which will be the big, Walker.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome to Grayson County High School for tonight's Meet the Cougar Night. Here's we're going to introduce you to the 2023-24 Grayson County High School Cougars and Lady Cougars. Sam Gormley here with you today. We got a great program, I guess we could say, playing for you here this evening. Is coming up, you just heard the great national anthem. We're going to have the cheerleaders that will perform. They're going to recognize the Grayson County High School football team, the junior pro, the middle school players, and the basketball youth campers. We're going to have introduce the actual teams to you. We're going to have a three-point shootout between both of these teams. We're going to have some inter-squad scrimmages. Both the girls and the boys will scrimmage, and during those periods, so when the boys are scrimmaging, we're going to introduce you on air to the girls, and when the boys are scrimmaging, we will introduce you to the girls. As your public address announcer today is Brian Payton, and we are going to turn it over to him in a few moments here as the Grayson County cheerleaders will be getting ready to perform. Both of these teams have a scrimmage before the season opens up. The Cougar boys will be here tomorrow evening at the Cougar Den. They will host Monroe County at 7 o'clock tomorrow. There are scrimmages all day, though. Let's turn it over to Brian Payton really quick.
Girls real quick, and then they will do a quick performance for us. All right, starting with the freshmen, we have Zelma Barton, Jaden Martin, Madison Winburn. From the sophomore class, Mally Harrington, Margot Hellico, Olivia Shoemaker. From the juniors, Katie Jarbo, Lily Rotten, and Lacey Vaughn. Our seniors, Emily Hall, Kelly Hodges, Addie Bratcher, Hannah Franklin, and Izzy Weedman.
Here to start the show, Grayson County, let's go! Let's go, Cougars! Grayson County. All gas, no brakes. Grayson County, Grayson States. All eyes on me. Cougars in the beat. DC all day. Cougars here to slay. TCHS. Grayson County.
Gentlemen, your Grayson County High School cheerleaders.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School as the Grayson County cheerleaders are doing it. What we're going to do is while they clear the floor, we're going to take a quick break. As this is Grayson County High School Meet the Cougar Night here on K105.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience. Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran, and disability employer.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. It's Meet the Cougar Night here in 2023 as we're introducing you to these two basketball teams. Both teams have scrimmages left, as on tomorrow the Cougar boys will scrimmage Monroe County here at 7 o'clock, and then on Tuesday the Cougar girls basketball team will have a game here at Grayson County High School. Tuesday, 5:30 will be the start of those games. They will face Clinton County here at the Cougar Den. First games of the season are going to be on the 28th of the month here in a couple of weeks. It'll be a girl-boy doubleheader at home against Breckenridge County. 5:30 will be the official start time of those games, as the girls will play first, the boys will play second, and in that first week, on that Thursday, we will travel to Bullitt Central for the Cougar boys as they'll take on the Cougars in a battle between Cougars. And then the next night, at Friday at home, we'll be here as the Lady Cougars will face Bullitt Central. The first district game of the year, but first we're going to turn it over here back to Brian Payton.
If you participate in Junior Pro, the youth camp over the summer for basketball and middle school basketball players. Please come forward.
So while Brian Payton's talking there, we're gonna continue to talk about that. The first district game of the year is going to be in Brownsville on December the 8th. They'll face Edmonson County there in the girl-boy doubleheader. The first home district game will not be until after the new year, as that'll be all the way on the 12th of January as the teams will host Butler County here. But, of course, what this all circles around is February the 26th. That week, the 12th district tournament will be hosted here at Grayson County High School. So there'll be all of those games will be hosted here, and we'll be able to bring all of those action for you from that. So we look forward to this Cougar team getting the opportunity to host that. As this right now is recognizing middle school basketball players, basketball youth camp attendees, and also junior pro players that are here. And there right now, that's the middle school basketball team there in the orange for the girls. That's the future of the Lady Cougar program. And then you got the junior pro players on the right side. And then also you have some camp attendees.
Grayson County High School Lady Cougars and Cougars.
And now I think we're going to have an introduction of a team that deserves a lot of recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and help me honor the 2023 Class 5A 4th District champions, the Grayson County Cougar football team. This team had many historical achievements this season, as only the second team in school history to have double-digit wins with 10. They became the third team in school history to win a district championship for the second time in school history. We had both a 1,000-yard rusher and a 1,000-yard passer on the same team. This team ranked near the top all season long in scoring defense, forced fumbles, fumble recoveries, interceptions, rushing yards given up per game, and passing yards given up per game. Ladies and gentlemen, the Grayson County Cougar football team.
These guys had an unbelievable season this year. I'm sure you got to watch them and
Guys, come back
enjoy that.
I'll
take a picture here. They were trying to break up there a little bit quick, but this team has so much to be proud of. I'm sure you watching at home. I'm assuming if you're watching tonight, you probably got to watch this team play throughout the season. It was so much fun to watch this group played. I enjoyed every single second of it. It was one of the most enjoyable teams as far as any sport that I've gotten to call games for here at Grayson County since I've been here. This is now year 6 for me. So that's to recognize the football team. They definitely deserve the recognition there. And now it's about time to introduce the Cougars and Lady Cougars. So I'm sure that they're going to clear the floor here and get ready to jump out and have all of that introduction for you here from Grayson County High School. This is the 2023-24 Meet the Cougar Night. So right now getting everybody in position as they're going to introduce the Cougars.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? We're about ready to meet the 2024 Lady Cougar basketball team.
Eli, film the girls. You guys film the boys. Film that side. Film the boys. Film the boys.
All right, we'll start with our middle school players. Our girls players are Bree Jones, Jordan Perkins, Peyton Bowman, Hannah Smith, Emma Jennings, and Ellie Bratcher. The only Lady Cougar freshman we have this year is Addison Spain Howard. Our Cougar boys freshmen consist of Caden Henshaw, Evan Hasty, Jet Hawkins, Kyle Higdon, Braylon Hodge, Connor Canapple, Spencer Langdon, Jack Longston, Tanner Longston, Rodney Morris, Brenton Robinson, and Bailey Willis. Our sophomores from the Lady Cougars is Kennedy Green, Haley Miller, Lucy Torrance, Eddie Hodges. On the Cougar side, Gage Napier, Chase Bunnock, Jake Bratcher, Brody Armstrong, and Bryson Lambert. On to our juniors on the Lady Cougar side, Brooklyn Dennis, Eleanor Baez, Isabel Blanton, Sutton Van Meter, and Carla Childress. On the boys side, Zach Bratcher, Landon Haycraft, Tayden Longston, Kobe Martin, Jaden Pierce, and Hayden Robinson. We only have two seniors this year. They're on the Lady Cougar basketball team. They are Allie Jennings and Sydney Perkins. The managers for the Lady Cougars are Kinley Jones and London Jones. Your coaching staff is head coach Mike McClinic, assistant coaches Elena Jones and Brian Jones. Your managers for the boys team are Carly Cook, Lily DePoisture, Marion Evans, Shelby Sanders, Monty Skaggs. Your coaching staff, Brett Johnson, Daryl Meredith, Brian Hill, Ethan Meredith, Mason Galloway, and your head coach, Mr. Travis Johnston. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your Meet the Cougars. Three-point shootout between the Lady Cougars and Cougars will begin after a brief warm-up.
So while these teams are warming up, we'll take a break, as this is the Meet the Cougars night here on K105.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer.
Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Look around your home, and there's probably something that was made right here in Litchfield. Leggett & Platt is a worldwide corporation making a wide range of products, including sofa sleeper and reclining hardware assemblies here at home. A portion of your Ashley, Lazy Boy, or England furniture might have been made by one of your neighbors. Join the Leggett & Platt team today. We're a one-shift operation with competitive wages. Our motto is, we work hard so you can rest easy. Leggett & Platt is an equal opportunity, affirmative action, veteran and disability employer.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected?
Here we go!
Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready. Because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike, or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ashley Gabbard, internal medicine physician with Owensboro Health. I'd like to talk with women 40 and over about having annual mammograms, even if there is no history of breast cancer in your family. Early detection provides women a strong advantage in fighting breast cancer. Ask your primary care provider for a referral and schedule your screening online at owensborohealth.org/mammogram.
We had an MRI, and then all of a sudden this doctor comes in and he says to us, we have the potential here for a catastrophic event.
And he looked scared.
He looked terrified. And he's like, we got to operate now. It just all changed. Life changed.
Bryce is one of the 47 children per day who are diagnosed with cancer. Today's treatments aren't enough. To watch the rest of Bryce's story, visit childrenscancer.org/story.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School Meet the Cougars Night as they're getting ready to do a three-point contest here as we get ready to roll. As I don't know what the matchups are. They didn't let me know what they'll be. They have in the past, but we'll have to watch. And luckily, for the most part, I know most of these players. I didn't like it. I mean, that's the one downside to the alumni games is I didn't always know who the matchups were because I didn't know all the alumni. But these two teams, again, will get started on November the 28th, as we'll be excited to bring you all of that action as the Cougars and Lady Cougars will host Breckenridge County. Be sure to stay tuned in next week as well as we'll release the preseason edition of the 3rd Region Media Poll. As if all goes as planned, the girls' poll will be released on Monday and the boys' poll will be released on Tuesday. You'll be able to see those on our social media channels. So you'll be able to see that on both the K105 Facebook and the K105 Sports Twitter. We'll have those for you to make sure that you can keep up with the rankings. We did this for the first time last year. Had about 10 to 15 voters every single week, and it was a lot of fun to try and see what everyone thought was going to be the proper way to rank these teams. Because as I always said, is there's some rankings that are done by statewide organizations. There are some rankings being done by organizations that are just in Owensboro. So what I know, I was talking with some guys and said, let's separate it and let's try and get a voter. The way I've done it is we almost have a voter for every school, in the region. So, like I'm the Grayson County vote, we have a Butler County vote, we have a Meade County vote, we have a, Muhlenberg County vote to try and get the best spread out look at what people think. I know not everyone loves rankings, but if anything else, it just gives people a reason to get mad. And I know some people like to get mad at the rankings, and that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine as well. Right now what they're doing is they're warming up before they do in the three-point contest. I'm not entirely sure what the matchups are, but I know public address announcer Brian Payton appears to be just about ready to read those off. I see they have a yellow posted note down there. It looks like maybe we're going to have either 7 or 8 matchups. And what they're... Okay, let's do it.
Our participants this evening, from the Lady Cougar side, Hannah Smith will take on Brody Armstrong. You guys know how this works, I don't have to explain it. We're going to go 1 minute. One with the most threes, of course, will win. And whoever has the most total 3 points will compete. One girl, one boy. Are you guys ready?
So you have Hannah Smith on one side, on the left side of your screen. Brody Armstrong on the right side of your screen. They got some rebounders out there as well, and it's going to be 1-0 early for Brody Armstrong. But Hannah Smith puts one in on the left side. Smith is the 8th grader. And she's showing she can step out and shoot it. She's got 3 already. She's owning it from the corner pocket. Now Smith is moving up top. Banks one in. How about Hannah Smith showing off that she can step back and shoot it to Mike McClintock, the head coach. Smith is up 4-2 halfway through the contest. Smith was practicing threes earlier on. She's up 5-2. Armstrong looking for the stroke. We've seen him hit it down as he's going deep from the top and puts it in. Hannah Smith's got another one. She's got another. She's feeling it. 3 in a row for Hannah Smith. Armstrong's starting to feel it as well as it's 8-5. That's how they're going to wrap it up. Armstrong looking for a late tie. He's not going to get it.
8-6.
Hannah Smith wins 8-6.
Next up, Addison Spainhauer, Bailey Willis.
Bailey Willis against Addison Spainhauer. I think they're making a move around a little bit instead of just shooting from the corner pocket.
You guys ready?
We might have a little smack talk coming from the coaches here. I like it.
All right, guys, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Spainhauer on the left side, Willis on the right side. Spainhauer, freshman, really talented shooter. She's already got 1 3 in earlier. He's somebody that this team is really going to look for. Willis hits in his first. Spainhauer's starting to feel it on the left side of your screen. Gets the shooter's roll. Spainhauer up big early, 5-1. Willis trying to make a late comeback, but Addison Spainhauer catching fire on that far side. Willis isn't going to have enough to catch up. Addison Spainhauer, she's got 9, and that's all that she's going to have. Willis isn't going to have enough to catch up, and Addison Spainhauer is going to win 9-4.
9-4.
So it's the Lady Cougars on top 2-0 overall in this. I don't think they're keeping necessarily track with this. You got Brooklyn Dennis and Landon Haycraft. Haycraft is somebody that didn't play much at all his freshman. In fact, he didn't have any appearances his freshman year and played really well. Last year, he's one of the best defenders on the team.
3, 2, 1, go.
So you got Dennis, who's already hit 1 3 there. Dennis is more of a post player. Haycraft, more of your traditional shooter. Haycraft's got the early advantage at 4-1. Haycraft a smooth stroke. He's not even hitting the rim barely when he makes. And he gets the roll that time. Puts that one in. Dennis gets one that swishes through the net. That's 2 in a row for Brooklyn Dennis. 3 in a row for Brooklyn Dennis on the far side. It's starting to get a little close. Haycraft, though, taking over. He's got 9. Does he have 10? That would tie the lead so far. He can't do it, does it a little short. The final one coming for Landon Haycraft is good. Landon Haycraft has the highest total so far. Brooklyn Dennis, though, with 5 on that far side. So Haycraft has our highest total of the game so far.
Next up, Carla Childress against Colby Martin.
Carla Childress against Colby Martin. Kobe's pulling out some extra rebounders out there as well. He said he needed Hayden Robinson in there to be his ball guy.
All right, here we go. 3,
Jordan Perkins
2,
is being Carlos.
1.
So we're starting it off. Martin has the early 1-1. It's actually tied 1-1. Childress put in 1 as well. You have the best view. I'm having to look back and forth and see. So we've got it split down the middle. Hopefully it looks pretty good for you at home watching this contest. I'm glad that they've done the competition version. Last year they went one at a time. I like this a little bit more. It makes for a better tournament. Martin's starting to feel it. He's got 8. 9 for Kobe Martin. He's looking to tie Landon Haycraft for the highest total of the day so far. He can't do it yet. Haycraft's 10 is still standing. There's 10 to tie. This one would be for the new high and can't get it in. 10 though for Martin to tie Landon Haycraft.
Kobe won 10-2. Next up, Sutton Van Meter versus Zach Bratcher.
So you got Zach Bratcher against Sutton Van Meter. This is going to be a good one right here. These are two that can really shoot. Sutton shot nearly 40% from 3 last year. She's got 3 in a row. Oh my goodness, 4 in a row, Sutton Van Meter to start off with. And Zach Bratcher goes 3 of 4 to open up. How about, whoa, we got a competition here. We're tied at 4. Van Meter catching fire again. Bratcher going back and forth. It's a heavyweight battle. Oh my goodness, neither one is missing. 8-7 right now. Van Meter with a slight advantage. Wow, Van Meter and Bratcher head to head. Van Meter 11-10 right now. Van Meter's got 12. Bratcher's got 11. Looking for 12. Got it. Tied at 12. Bratcher has 1 for the win. It is good. Zach Bratcher puts it in. 13-12. My goodness.
Next up, Sydney Perkins and Jake Bratcher.
Sydney Perkins against Jake Bratcher. Jake Bratcher came in and played quarterback after the injury to Colby Chaffins.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Sydney a good shooter as well. The rebounds are going long. Bree Jones has to go back and grab it. Sydney a little cold to open up because it's a tight match here. 4-4. (5-4) Perkins, but Bratcher ties it back. Perkins starting to feel it on the left side. Bratcher on the right side. Perkins has 8, and that's all she's got. Bratcher looking for 7. He's got it. Guess he's got 1 more to tie. It is no good. Sydney Perkins wins 8-7.
And our final participants in tonight's 3-point shootout will be Isabel Blanton against Hayden Robinson.
Oh, Hayden Robinson against Isabel Blanton. An interesting matchup here.
Here we go, 3, 2, 1.
Might have a little bet on this one. Sure, neither one wants to lose as it's 1-1 early. Tied at 3, 4, 5 for Blanton. Robinson had time, but Blanton immediately goes right back in front. This one neck and neck. It's 6-5. Blanton with the slight advantage. Blanton's got it, up 2 on Robinson. Blanton still a little short. Robinson is slowed down on the far side. Robinson's got 6. Going for the tie, it's tied at 7. So we might have a shoot-off here
Have a tie.
between Robinson and
Over the top of
Blanton.
the key, the first one wins, hits the basket, first one in, gets it.
They're going to do a shootout here. Blanton up top. Neither one's made it. Robinson got it.
Hayden got her.
And Hayden wins via the sudden death.
All right, the winners of tonight's shootout on the girls' side was Sutton Van Bader, and on the boys' side was Zach Bratcher, excuse me. So now y'all got to compete off to see who's going to win this storehouse.
So there's now going to be a rematch. I think it was 13-12 Zach in the last variety. They're going to try it one more time.
3, 2, 1.
So it's Sutton Van Meter on the left side, Zach Bratcher on the right side. They both just caught fire in the last round. A little slower this time as it's 1-1 early. The rebounders helping out both of these teams, tied at 3. Rattles it in. Puts it up, it's good right now. It's tied at 7. Van Meter with the lead though, but Bratcher ties it right back at 8. 8-8. Looking for someone to take it. Van Meter's got it, but Bratcher ties it up at 9. Bratcher for the win, got it! I believe that gives Zach Bratcher the win at 10-9 over Van Meter.
Zach got her 10-9. Over, Zach.
Zach Bratcher wins the three-point contest. So congratulations there to Zach Bratcher for winning the three-point contest. That was entertaining. And I think now we are going to hop into the girls portion of the scrimmage. And when that happens, we're going to ask some questions here as we'll be joined by Coach Travis Johnston. And we will be joined potentially by some players as well. I've kind of left it up to the coaches on whether they wanted to bring players or not. And I think the girls are getting ready to warm up. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, hopefully we'll have some interviews and such. This is Meet the Cougar Night on K105.
The doctor said I had a 29% chance to find a blood stem cell donor. But I knew you were out there. And when we matched, it was the best day ever. Dear donor, your blood stem cells saved me from leukemia. Thank you forever and ever and ever.
Experience the true joy of saving a life at BeTheMatch.org.
Some days are just better than others.
I think you should go talk to someone.
It's not that easy.
Have you been thinking about suicide? You can talk to me, Dad.
It's been a tough couple of months.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinsons Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day, a movement toward life-saving resources, movement toward advancing research and care, movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Are you ready to help your family get prepared for the unexpected? Here we go! Ladybug and Cat Noir know how important it is to be ready, because you never know when Hawkmoth is going to strike or a disaster will hit. And you don't need miraculous powers. Just put those planning skills you already have to good use. Make a plan that will help you and your family be ready when emergencies happen. Ready Kids can help. Get started at ready.gov/kids.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-833-8-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. It is Meet the Cougar Night in 2023. Sam Gormley now joined by the head coach of the Grayson County Cougars, head coach Travis Johnston. Coach, it's good to see you. I know you've missed us, right? Let's try that again. Oh, wait.
Got it on now?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Yes, I don't know why that got so loud. Let's see. Let me see if you're on the. That's why. It helps if I have you turned up to the right one. Now let's see if I can hear you. Try it one more time.
There?
There we go.
All right,
now
here we go. No, it's good to be back. It just obviously that means basketball season is coming up very, very shortly with our first game. So that's always an exciting time.
I hate to bring up last year because I know it wasn't, it didn't end the way that you want. But for the first time for you as a head coach, you didn't make the region tournament. You weren't in that district championship game. Did that do anything to you as a coach? Extra, extra motivation, or not that that's the right word, but did it do anything to you?
Yeah, I think that I never experienced that as a player, and obviously, like you said, as a head coach, there was 1 year as an assistant where we didn't make it. My last year as an assistant, but it definitely motivates you for the next season. And we had a good team last year. We just didn't get the results that we wanted, and obviously, It seems like I'm a lot more excited for this season, and that's mainly because I feel like we got something to prove.
I feel like this year you could make an argument that the summer was as important as maybe it's been since you've been a head coach in a while, just because you have a new team, some new faces. What did you learn during that summer stretch?
I learned that we're deep. We're a deep team. We're going to have to play a lot of guys, and we're going to have to use that to our advantage against other teams because you'll see very quickly the first time you watch us that we are tiny. Jack is probably 6'6", but he's not an inside guy, and the next tallest guy is probably 6'1". So we are not very big, especially compared to the last couple of years. So we learned we got to play a lot of guys, and we're going to have to shoot a lot of threes. And I thought that we were able to try what we wanted to do this season, and we don't have to really mess with it any and stuff. So I thought it got us a leg up. That's why we do summer games, and we didn't have Tayden for half of them, and didn't have Caden at all. But we got a lot of other guys really good varsity reps.
You have a new coaching staff, some new faces, and then you lose one. We can start about the one that you lose. He's sitting down there over to our left.
I don't know if that's a loss or not, though.
Well,
so.
I mean, it. But I know that from, I guess this is now the 6th year that we've worked together in this realm, that I think it's probably safe to say, though, in all seriousness, that there's probably not a coach that you've respected more than Coach Mack. What are the girls getting in him?
They're just getting somebody who loves the game and loves the kids. You know, that's one of the reasons, obviously being a good friend, but it's one of the reasons that I brought him over was because I'm not known as a very big positive guy. And he is. He's able to get that out of the kids. And again, I've said it 100 times, I haven't met a kid or a player that he's had that didn't like him. And he's just well respected, and he knows the game. He's been around it, obviously, for a very long time. But he knows it, and I think he still had that itch to be a head coach. And I'm glad he's doing it, and I'm glad it's here because obviously it's really easy. He's a lot easier to work with than the previous girls coach. I know that. Yeah,
it's almost like y'all related or something like that, right? He might be watching. We might have.
I hope he is.
You get a text message a little bit later on. And then you have 2 new assistants as well. Yeah. You've got one that you're very familiar with in Mason, who played for you, and then Ethan, correct? Ethan Meredith, who is Daryl Meredith's son.
Yes. Yeah.
And Ethan Meredith, I mean, his team, last year that he coached, okay, right? I mean, they were okay. I mean, they lost 1 game, right?
Yeah.
What do both of them bring?
Well, obviously, like you said, we got Daryl back, who brings a ton of knowledge and really good scouting and seeing the game, and obviously Brett. I'm very, very familiar with him, and we have a pretty good dynamic. And same with Brian, that we've been together all 6 years and going into the 7th year, all of us, and so we're comfortable and we know what each other are thinking and bounce off. But it's good to get new blood in there. Mason. He that's what he wants to do. He wants to be a teacher. He wants to be a coach, and that is very, very, very hard to find anymore. So I talked to him. I've been talking to him for 2 years. Hey, when you're 21, we'll try to set this up because I'd love to have somebody that's in the school system and helping me here and then coaching and stuff. So he's great. And then obviously Ethan was around a state runner-up and then a state champion in Warren Central, and so he's seen. The best of the best, and he's been there and done that, and the kids know that, and they respect him. They know he knows what he's talking about. He learned from a great coach and Coach Unseld over there at Warren Central, and then obviously I played with him a little bit when we were in high school. So he does a great job, and he really knows how to talk to and get the best out of the kids, as far as maybe pushing their buttons here and there, and teaching the game. He's great. He's great in practice.
I feel like your schedule this year, you've got a really nice balance.
Yeah.
As you've got some of the top teams in the region, and not talking about the district. We'll get to the district in a moment, but you play Ohio, you play Catholic, you play Davis, and then you add, you're playing a team from my neck of the woods, Holmes, and then you've got 5th Region, you've got Bethlehem, you got Thomas Nelson, some unfamiliarity there too. What kind of went into building that schedule?
Well, we knew, or I guess I knew, and my assistants have been telling me for 4 years, and we knew it didn't need to be as tough as it was the last couple of years. And we tried to stay around close. As far as I enjoy playing 5th Region teams just because they're in the Eastern time zone, and they're usually close drives. We got Bullitt Central from the 6th. Central Hardin, we always play them, so and they're really good. Now we added John Hardin, so it's just one of those things where we keep it close, and then and it's just a good balance and mixture of teams. Bethlehem has a kid that's really, really good. Thomas Nelson was young last year, new coach. I got a Dare County on the road. They got the Loy kid and Cochran, who moved from Collins, and they both just got D1 offers the other day. So we got a good mixture, and we got a good mixture of really good teams and some games that hopefully, at least on paper, we should be able to win those. But I like our schedule this year a lot more than I did last year or the year before.
Your holiday tournaments this year, you've got one with a whole lot of unfamiliarity. I mean, St. Mary's, which I'm sure if you probably told your kids where is that, there's probably not one that would have been able to tell you Paducah.
And they probably said Whitesville Trinity since that's their middle school.
Yes, exactly. They probably would have thought that. And then even though you played them, 4 years ago or something here, and then probably the same thing is if you would say Carlisle County, who you're playing in that first game. Or no, yes, you are playing Carlisle in that.
Yes,
Yes,
yeah.
and then it's Paducah-Tillman. And the week after, though, at Logan County. What do you see in those holiday tournaments?
I like them because it is unfamiliar, and obviously we're going to stay in Paducah, so that should be some good team bonding. There's a lot of things to do down there, and I've known Coach Denson down there for a while since he got the job, and I've owed him for a while. He came down here. We added a game on a random Saturday, and they drove down here to play us, and he's came to our jamboree before and stuff. So, and he's asked me to come play a few times, and I've turned it down. But I felt like I owed him to go down there, and I thought a good time would be the Christmas tournament where you could get some team bonding. And then Coach Frick at Logan County now, very good coach and stuff, and he hit me up about that one. And there's some of the same teams in that, but there's a little bit different. And we drew two pretty good teams because Carlisle County is very, very good, and Paducah-Tillman is, I don't know much about them, but they're usually historically good. So those will be two tough first-round games.
The district, to me, is really interesting. And then since you're watching with us, right now what you're watching is the Lady Cougars. They are scrimmaging right now. I like the coaching matchup, too. You got Joneses against Coach Mack. I'm sure that maybe they had a little bit of extra betting.
I would take the Joneses right now.
Well, yeah, I don't. I mean, clearly, got more hair, right? But the district to me is really interesting because, to me, it's very similar to the last time you hosted the district tournament. Butler County is the favorite, best player. They had Parker Rice back then. Now they have Rice and Price. You all lose a lot. Very young, but have some nice pieces returning. Edmondson loses a lot, but again's got a couple of guys. They're always Edmondson, and then Whitesville's in a rebuild.
Yeah.
Very similar to what it was, 4 years ago, the last time you hosted the district. Is that kind of how you read into this?
Yeah, I think Whitesville lost a ton, and when you lose that many guys and that good of players at a small school, you're obviously going to go down a bit. But Nathan does an excellent job over there, and you just know that they're kind of in the mold with Edmonson County. You know it's going to be a tough game every time, especially down at Whitesville. And Edmonson, I think, is kind of sneaky good. Alexander is a very, very good player. One a lot of people don't know a lot about is the Decker kid, who's big and strong and started to get some more time towards the end of the year. They got the Ashley boy, who's also big. That's one thing they definitely have on us is size, and it'll be a matchup of size versus speed, I think, in that game. But it's going to be a tough game with them. And then of course Butler County is arguably the best team in the region, and anybody is going to have a tough time playing them and trying to beat them. And we'll come up with the best game plan we got, and we definitely won't think that we're going to lose going into the game. But you just know that you're going to have to play a pretty good game to beat those guys because, like I said, Price and Rice and even the Griffin kid and then their role players, they're very, very, very good. And there's a reason they were invited to King of the Bluegrass. So
a tough draw too.
Maybe we catch them on a bad shoot. Now, I like our team against them. I think, like I said, I think we have a chance to beat them. We're just going to have to play a pretty good game against them.
That game, I'm very excited because you got two teams that can really fly up and down the floor and really shoot. It's probably one of those that I know on January the 12th or whatever it is, if you're, you at home watching, you need to come and pack the gym that night because it'll be well worth your money because the girls' game will be really good as well. You've already had one scrimmage. You played Webster County. This past Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And then tomorrow you play Monroe County at 7, but there's games all day starting at 1 o'clock tomorrow, correct?
Yeah.
What'd you see? What do you hope to see?
Of course, the biggest thing right now is football was still playing, so Caden Hanshaw hasn't played any, hasn't practiced any. He was a little banged up, and he needed, in all honesty, he needed rest anyway. So that's a top rotation guy that we'll have to add in there as well. But I thought we looked good. Our defense, and get ready for it. You're going to hear me say it all year that I don't like our defense.
Are you ever happy with your defense?
Not a lot, but I feel like it's going to be worse this year. And in reality, the reason why is because we plan on playing faster. We're going to give up more points, and it was 72-68, I think, against Monroe or against Webster. They're a very good team. They're senior loaded, can really shoot the ball. We had a lot of good spots But there were a lot of guys who played good for a quarter, and then you didn't see them for a while. Played good. Somebody else played good a quarter. You didn't see them for a while. Brody had a good game, double-double. Zach hit 3 threes. Jack had probably the most dominant 4-minute stretch to start a game that I've seen in a while, and but then kind of got taken out of it with physicality and stuff. So I liked what we saw. I thought we ran our offense very good. Our defense needs work, but we also played it really vanilla. We ran no sets, one out of bounds play. And then defensively, we only went straight man. So there's some other things that we're going to do to teams in the regular season that we didn't do in the scrimmage. But for playing it as vanilla as we did, I thought it was good and beneficial.
Tayden, I know there's still some questions around that, but let's say everything goes well, he's good. What's he bring to your team? Tat Longston coming back. He played here in middle school, went away. I think he started at Warren East, went to Caverna. Now he's back.
Yeah.
What does he bring?
He's smart. He's really, really smart, and he's a true point guard. We've been on him a lot about getting in the lane. He does a great job. He's gotten quicker than what I remember playing against him last year at Caverna. He can shoot the ball. He's got to get a lot more confidence in his shot, but because he can really stretch out the floor. But he just brings a calming sense to what we're trying to do, and he's far and away our best talker on defense and calls out everything. And he's going to be very important to us. So hopefully we get some good news on him. But he's a true point guard, and I feel like we see the game very similar. We may not execute seeing what we do the exact same as what I would maybe, but we see the game similar, and he's just a really smart, steady, strong point guard, and he's going to help us out a lot.
I was talking to Brett earlier as we were walking in, and he made the comment. What's funny is I had the question already planned. Is he said, pretty much like on the JV team last year. I know it shocks that he was talking up his team, but how that team played. They shot the three a lot, and I think I made the comment to him that I felt like that they were one of the more exciting JV teams to just sit and watch. How do those guys, they might not be your 5th, 6th, 7th guy, but how do they fit into the role of being the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th? Because there will be games where you will 100% need them.
Yeah, and in all honesty, if I was going into a game tonight, I would say that you can almost bet that 11 guys will be playing. I think it's one of those things that because we have so many guys and a lot of guys that are similar in skill and size, that we have to play more guys. And I think they're going to do great. I think it's going to look very similar to how that JV looked. Throwing in Jack in there, obviously Tayden, and I really like our ball movement, and that's something that our JV team was great at, was moving the basketball, sharing it, not caring who took this shot, who took that shot, and we've been drilling that in their heads. One night it's going to be Hayden Robinson's going to have 20 points, and the next night he may have 2, but then Brody Armstrong may have 15, and then the next night Brody gets 3 fouls in the first half, and then it's going to be Kobe who comes in and plays. So as long as everybody stays ready and stays on their toes, and I've said it a lot this year to anybody who's been asking, as long as we play for that common goal, which is to win the game, then we're going to be pretty good, because when we are unselfish and move it, it's really good-looking basketball.
We touched on it. Your hosting district this year, February the 27th or whatever it is going to be your game here. Who knows who you can play? You never know what could happen, especially in this district, because I still think that the best team doesn't always win. And that goes to a lot of credit of atmospheres and teams and playing hard. But how do you make sure, what does this team need to make sure that they are in the conversation to be able to cut down the nets here at Grayson County High School, make sure it's not another team celebrating on your floor?
We're young. We have no seniors, and our juniors aside from Landon, I guess, didn't get a lot of time last year. They got some, but Hayden got hurt halfway through the year. Zach played here and there. Kobe didn't play much varsity, I don't think. So we have to make sure that we're taking every day and every practice serious and trying to get something out of it. We got a team that's a little goofy, which can be good at times, but we need to find that gear to where we say, all right, it's time to lock in, and we know what that means, and it starts getting serious, and we're out to getting better. So we just need to, I don't want to say grow up, because I think they do an okay job at it, but just getting a little bit more serious and more focused and growing up as far as the game of basketball goes. That way we can build upon each game.
Do you have any guys that are going to want to talk? Or
I think I got now, you may not want to talk to them, but I think I got Hayden Robinson and Zach Bratcher coming up here.
Do we have to talk to them? Oh, there they are. I see Hayden. There's Hayden. He's hanging back over there. Well, I appreciate it. I know that November the 28th or whatever, it'll be here before we know it. I look forward to it, and we'll be seeing a lot of each other here over these
Can't
next
wait.
couple. So I'll mute your mic, and then we'll bring on the other two here and talk to them and get some of the thoughts. And that's head coach Tristan. Your mic's muted now, so you're good if you want to get them and come over, as this is the girls basketball team that's out there shooting right now, as we're getting ready to talk to Hayden Robinson. And I don't know, Hayden at least is going to come over and talk. I'm not sure if Zach is going to come and talk as well. But I'll at least start with you, Hayden. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Is Zach coming, or is he eating? Oh, there he is. I see him over there.
He's coming. Come on, Zach.
Tell him to hurry up. How's it feel losing in your three-point contest? Or no, you won.
No,
your
I
three-point.
I won.
Did you have a little bet on it, or?
Nah, I told her that she was probably gonna win, just to see what happened. But I ended up winning. So.
It's a smart way to do it. Okay, I think I got to make sure here I'm turning up everyone's mic right way. Okay, we're going to have to squeeze in here, as we're joined now by Hayden Robinson and Zach Bratcher. Zach, can you test your microphone to make sure it works here? Try it again. Try one more time.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Weird. Okay. Technology hasn't necessarily been my friend today. Okay, I don't need one. Okay, now let's try it again, now that we can both hear both of you. You all are hosting district this year. Is that extra pressure? No. And now I can't hear you, Hayden. Try it again.
Hello?
I'm using new technology, and this is not necessarily working the right way. Try it one more time.
Hello?
There we go. Is it extra pressure? No.
No, sir.
No, it is not. Okay. Zach, what's been your focus this offseason?
Working on my shot, getting a lot of shots up every day.
For the both of you, how can you specifically in your role make this team better?
Well, for me, it's just going to be sticking to my role. Some days I need to come off the bench and score some points if people aren't, or whatever the case is, score some points. And some days it might be for me to come down with 10 rebounds and 5 assists or whatever it may be. But it's just going to depend on what night for me, at least. I don't know about Zach.
Coach says I'm strictly a shooter. He wants me only shooting three-pointers. Not very good at layups. Okay at defense.
But you're okay with that, are you not?
I'm good with that, yeah. I love shooting.
And especially if you shoot like you did tonight. You and Sutton were going back and forth.
Yep.
Let's go. Are either one of you superstitious before a game? Do you all have to put one sock on the right way or listen to the same song or something like that?
Not me.
No? Are you, Hayden?
Not really, but as a team, we just go and eat, and then usually we go to my house and hang out. That's what we do every game, but nothing like that.
What's the best pregame meal?
I like bluegrass barbecue.
Okay, barbecue.
Right now I like farmers, but it takes a little long sometimes if we got 25 people going. But
if you take 25 people, it's going to take a long time.
I know, yeah.
Okay, I've got some questions here that these are, I like to call them superlatives. So it's a chance for you to talk some smack about your teammates, or maybe not, or just in general. Who's the best dancer on the team?
Probably Landon Haycraft.
Agreed or no?
Probably Landon Haycraft.
Who runs the aux in the locker room?
Jack Longston.
Me or Jack?
Zach, who should run the aux? Or do they do a good job?
Jack does a pretty good job, unless he's trying to freestyle.
Yeah.
Sometimes he wants to take over and freestyle.
How does Hayden do?
It's pretty good.
Pretty good?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Who's the funniest on the team?
Evan Hasty.
Yeah.
Who would win in a slam dunk contest on an 8-foot rim? Meaning that everybody could dunk.
Kobe Martin or Landon Haycraft. That's easy.
Kobe's got the most bounce on the team.
Yep.
Not either one of you?
No, I can't jump.
Zach can't touch net very but
so
same as me.
You
But
couldn't get rim on 8 foot?
I mean, we could get it, but
who spends the most time on their phone?
Jack.
Probably Jack, yeah.
Jack.
Who would you want to be stranded on a deserted island with?
This man right here.
Probably Hayden, Landon.
Who would you not want to be stranded because they wouldn't help you?
Evan Hasty.
He's a
little goof, you know.
Yeah, he's a little bit silly.
Okay, this is the good question to ask you all. If the coaching staff had a one-on-one tournament, who wins?
Coach Daryl Meredith.
You think he wins?
Coach J. Coach J's winning, I think.
I don't know. Coach Meredith, the younger one, he's really been showing out.
What about Mason? Shoots better than all
Mason is a shooter.
If he hits his first one, it's over for all of them.
I don't know. Coach B really gets into it, though.
I would love to watch the one-on-one game of
Coach B and Coach J.
Or well, that and then also Coach B against Mason.
Oh, yeah. They'd get into it maybe a little bit.
We'd need Norman, one of the Normans out here to officiate that, or maybe you all could put the stripes on and officiate it. For you, though, are you all goal people? Like, do you have a individual goal and or team goal?
Yes, sir.
What is your goal? Or do you not? Or are you one of those that can't share? I know some people are a little superstitious with that.
We got a couple goals, and it's like free throw percentage, and we want to win. We want to win games, and the district and region's our main goal this year because I think we have a pretty good shot at it if we play together and we bring down rebounds since we're smaller, and we got to lock in on defense because everybody knows we can shoot it. We got to work on the little things first to get to that place.
Yeah, I'd say as a team just working together on the defensive end, getting rebounds, and we really want to win district, hoping we can make a mark on region.
Guys, thank you.
Good
luck this year. We're looking forward to it. It'll be here real quick.
Thank you.
That's Hayden Robinson and break and have a little bit more after this. Is it Meet Night on K105?
When I found out my son was addicted to opiates, I didn't know where to turn. Now I know there's help, and you can call, whether you're a family member, a sibling, or the person with the addiction. And the number is 1-8338-KY-HELP. Call for the resources. They're going to help you with compassion and care and the knowledge of what's available to get you the help you need.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, "I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim." Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinsons Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Are you looking for the best building materials in Litchfield? Look no further than Future Designs Building Materials. The builder's choice on Quarry Road has everything you need to build your dream home. Jim writes, I'm so glad I came to Future Designs for my new roof. The staff was so helpful and knowledgeable, and they made sure I got the right materials for my needs. Thanks, Jim. Future Designs is more than just a building materials store. Future Designs Building Materials on Quarry Road in Litchfield. FDBM.net.
Building on experience.
For the more than 1 million people living with Parkinson's disease, the Parkinsons Foundation celebrates movement at Moving Day. A movement toward life-saving resources. Movement toward advancing research and care. Movement toward a better life. We care. We fight. We move to beat Parkinson's. Move with us at movingdaywalk.org.
Welcome back here to Grayson County High School. We'll be joined shortly by head coach Mike McClintock of the Lady Cougars. It was good to talk to Coach Travis Johnston and Zach Bratcher and Hayden Robinson to learn more about their team here this year as the Cougar boys are about to scrimmage as they are just taking the floor. As it looks like in the orange jerseys starting is Bratcher. You've got Zach Bratcher out there. You've got Landon Haycraft, you've got Hayden Robinson, you've got Gage Napier and Tat Longston. For the Navy team, you have Kobe Martin, Jack Logston, Brody Armstrong, Chase Bonnock, and Spencer Langdon. As looks like we're going to get a chance to talk to Coach Mack here in just a few moments. And while he's making his way across the court, we're just going to bring you some of the natural sounds from this game as we inch closer to getting the chance to talk to him as he's making his way across to us. As it'll be Gage Napier to jump, and it'll be against Brody Armstrong. They had to get a new ball. They were about to use a women's ball out there. That's what you get when you have Norman Chaffins out there as your official. Coach Mack is making his way over, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to a natural sound for a second and then have him after this, as this is Meet the Cougar Night here on K105. I'm going to take you first, and then I'll go with you two, or do you two want to go first?
We can go first. We'll wait.
Yep. This right here. Welcome back here to Meet the Cougar Night. Sam Gormley now joined by Coach Mack, Coach Mike McClintock. I'm going to fix that for you really quick.
Alrighty.
Let's see if we can't test that microphone. There we go. Okay. I like the old saying. First off, thanks for joining us.
No problem.
I like the old saying that, you know, you can take the person out of the coach, but you can't take the coach out of the person. Why was this the right move to take the Lady Cougar head coaching job?
Well, I just I kind of missed it a little bit, the head coaching part. I watched him practice some last year with Coach Johnston, and I knew one thing that I wouldn't have to really work on them with. It would be fundamentals. I mean, their fundamentals were great when we started, and that's a credit to Todd and the Joneses having them ready for that. So we got that. We didn't have to work on that hardly at all. So.
And plus, now you don't have to work with Travis, right?
Well, yeah.
I mean, that's just the added bonus. With
yeah, that's the added bonus.
One of my favorite questions to ask a coach is the definition of success. At the end of this season, when you look back, how will you define it as a success?
That we improved from day one to the end of the season. And we're playing a tough schedule, Sam, and we're going to have to, show up every night. And I just hope we get better and better. And when tournament time comes around, we're playing our best.
Is that just as far as the look? As far as what you measure that as getting better, or is it wins, or for you is it just more of the on the court that you look better?
Well, I hope on the court improvement mainly. I mean, if we add wins to it, that's even frosting on the cake, more frosting.
This summer was your first real experience with this team, and I know you all had some really good moments.
Yes.
What did you learn?
I learned that they're really a good bunch of kids. They're fun to coach. I mean, they're keeping me young every day. I look forward to coming up here every day to practice with them, and they play together. They complement each other, and I just love being around them.
Preseason rankings have come out. I know it has you all in about the 8 to 10 range, depending on who you ask. Do you care about those? Does your team care about them? Do you want them to care about them?
Well, I mean, I want them to care, but we don't talk about it. I mean, the first day that they come out, we talked about it a little bit, and they were a little disappointed we were down that low, and that there's some other teams ahead of us that, we feel like, that we can possibly beat or whatever. But, no, I don't look at them. I mean, because at the end of it just depends at the end how we're playing and what's going to happen.
You have one scrimmage this year. It's on Tuesday against Clinton County.
Well, we added one for tomorrow night.
You
sorry.
did?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you got?
We're playing Tate's Creek at Bullitt East at 5:30 Central Time.
5:30 Central. So there you go. So you're playing. So you've got two scrimmages now.
Yeah.
I know nothing about Tate's Creek, and then you've got Clinton County, who, if I'm being honest, I don't know anything about them either.
Well, they got one real good player back. We do know that. We don't know much about Tate's Creek either. But we're looking at their stats of returning players. That's the only thing we know about them. So Clinton County will play some zone and press a little bit. And then they got I think the girl's name is Moons or something like that. It's a coach's daughter, and she's a pretty good player.
What do you want to learn from your team in these two games?
That we've got down the things that we need to have down, our plays, the defenses we're going to use. I mean, our offenses are fairly simple, which you could probably tell tonight, which we only ran one thing all night. But, my philosophy is I like messing with defense, junk defenses, zones, and stuff like that to mix things up.
You've got one holiday tournament this year. It is at Logan County after Christmas. It's the first time that this team has played in a bracket-style tournament in 2 years. What challenges does that bring, or do you think it's a good thing?
I think it's a good thing because we want to be on the winner's bracket side, and they know that. We just got to play every game. In that tournament, we want to move on to the right, not to the left.
What challenges does it bring you as a coach?
Playing a team that we know nothing about, but we'll get some film on them and scout them and stuff like that going in before the tournament starts.
Because I know you got Carlisle County, I believe, in that first game, and then what's I've got the bracket here. I'm not going to go off of
Ohio
my memory.
County, Warren East and somebody.
You would play the winner-loser of Logan County. Oh, wait, the boys are right there. So it would be Ohio County or Warren East. Well, we know a lot about Ohio County. Ted Hill guy.
Oh, yeah, Ted.
And then Warren East, the Lady Cougars played them last year.
Later.
So you got some familiarity there in that. And then the other side, I mean, you got a team that you obviously know a ton about in Butler County.
Right.
Callaway, I bet your girls couldn't point out on a map.
Yeah.
Logan, they probably could point out on a map even though they're
Yeah.
going there. And then Clarksville Northwest, I
don't know, yeah.
couldn't tell you anything about it. But that's a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. And that's what's good about tournaments like that. You don't know much about it. It's different teams, not from your region. Well, we got some, but usually in most tournaments, you don't see too many teams from your region or anything like that.
I know that last year, admittedly so, and Coach Johnston would have admitted this, that it was a lighter schedule as far as, because he knew that the team was younger and still continuing to go up. I feel like you're trending back into the direction of what I would call the typical Grayson County schedule.
Yes.
What do you see from it as a whole?
That we're going to have to play well, which I think, playing tough competition pays off at the end. And, I mean, I've always been that way when I've been coaching is I try to schedule a pretty tough, decent schedule to get ready for tournament.
The district, to me, is interesting.
Yeah.
For one, you get to play it right here at the Cougar Den. But I think Edmondson probably has the best player.
Yep.
And Carrie Ann, I'm sure. Obviously you've got the connection there with Edmondson. She's really good. They lose, I think, pretty much everything behind her, but they return some nice pieces kind of down the bench.
Right.
Butler loses their best player. I know, but they still have got a nice young core. Whitesville loses their best player. Nice young core with some nice players. And then you all, you lost Arissa and you lost Briley, but get to return maybe the most in the entire district. How do you read it?
Well, I think Edmondson is going to be tough, like you said, because of Carrie Ann. And I noticed in their scrimmage that they had a couple girls, like Carrie Ann had 23, Swihart had, I think I got this right, Swihart had 16, and Souders had 11. So they've got some role players that are stepping up. I don't know, haven't seen Butler yet, obviously, but, you know, I feel like it's kind of wide open with, you know, giving Edmondson a little bit of edge, but we'll be ready to play.
And that's coming up real quick, playing them in a couple of weeks. I know that coaches, you know, always say, you know, come February, you always saying with the district tournament and so on, and really it doesn't matter. You could win every single game you play all season long, and you play whoever it is in that game, and they could beat you, and then it's congratulations, great year, but you're done.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you look 2 years ago, Todd's team was 3-24 at the time, and Butler was about the same record flipped, and he had them in the fourth quarter in a tight game.
That's right.
What does this team need to do to make sure that game that's going to be played here on that Monday, you all are ready and fired up and have a chance to get back to the region tournament?
Well, one, Sam, I know I'm probably repeating myself, but one is our schedule, and two is we'll have some very intense practices leading into that game, and they'll be ready. I don't worry about them not being ready. They get ready themselves. That's what's fun about them.
You've got two seniors.
Yeah.
One came back, and Allie, and then Sydney has been playing for a long time. What have these two meant to this team?
They're too
getting
good.
ready?
They're two good leaders. Good leaders. I'm really happy for them, and you know that's the goal probably for the whole team is get them back to the region, playing a region game. You know, hopefully win a region game maybe, and win the district. That's our goal for them seniors, and I couldn't ask for two better leaders.
Sydney can shoot it, and I mean I saw Sutton out there shooting. She seems like she is.
Oh yeah. And Sutton, you can throw Sutton in as far as being a leader too. She does a real good job. She's so intense. You know, some days I have to ask her, I said, have I done something to, you know, upset you? And we'll just laugh. But she is really intense and into it. And you throw them two in there. And then we got, you know, Isabel, Ella, Kennedy, Bree, and Peyton and them girls, Hannah. You know, so
I didn't realize she could shoot it as well as she can.
Well, she can. I may have to move her to a point guard. I don't know.
Let's see what Bree says about that, right?
yeah, that's right.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow at Bullitt
you.
East, and I know the season against Breck will start here real soon.
Yes, and they're going to be a tough one, Sam. They got everybody's back.
They're pretty good.
Yeah,
they're pretty good. I know in our media poll that'll come out this week, they're up there at the top.
Yeah,
so that's a good opening test to see where you are.
But I'm blessed to have the Joneses helping me. You know, they've done a great job and really helped me a lot. So, like I said, I'm a lucky guy.
Well, Coach, we look forward to it. We'll talk to you here in a couple of weeks. We're going to get your two seniors on here. That's head coach Mike McClain. Mac. So what we're going to do is we'll take a quick 1-minute break and have on the seniors of the Lady Cougars after this. This is Grayson County High School basketball on K105.
Connection builds community. It grows the minds of future citizens and leaders. Connection teaches. It encourages. It builds confidence. Through relationships, through partnerships, through small daily acts, through high-impact programs at all levels. Connection says together, we can.
The one thing I know about Grayson County Schools, when you get the right people going in the right direction, anything's possible.
We are GC Connected.
Here's a simple truth about higher education.
If pursuing your purpose, doing what you really care about matters.
If having a rewarding career matters.
If a better financial future for you and your family matters.
Then higher education matters. A brighter future is within your reach. Find out how at kyhigheredmatters.org. Brought to you by this station and the Kentucky Broadcasters Association.
Interesting. Well, he's going to bring us back this way. We were testing. Can you hear me just talking like this? Okay. We're joined now by seniors Allie Jennings and Sydney Perkins. Let's try and turn the phones on and see if it'll at least work this way. How are you all doing?
Good.
Good. That's great. It's good to have both of you on here. I don't think we've interviewed either one of you, have we?
No.
No. I want to start off here with the first question. You all are both seniors. You know you're hosting district this year. You as in your high school career, you only get one chance to host district. Does that bring an extra level of pressure at all?
No, I think it kind of gives us an advantage.
Getting to play on your home court.
We feel better about it.
For you, Allie, we'll start with you on this question. What has been your focus in this offseason?
Getting, able to just score, look to score more than just play defense.
Sydney, have there been anything that you've been specifically focusing on?
Getting stronger, being able to drive to the basket more.
How can you specifically, Sydney, help make this team better?
Help my teammates get open and play together with them.
Allie?
Just being a leader, making sure they know the plays, and if they mess up, tell them how to fit, what to do, what they did wrong, and then just making sure everybody plays together and just being a leader.
Are either one of you superstitious before a game? Do you have to listen to the same thing? You have to eat the same meal, or?
No, I don't think so.
No? Do you all have a favorite thing you like to eat before a game?
We'll eat about anything.
Anything.
Anything works. That works. Goal for the year.
Win district.
Is that your team goal for both of you?
Yeah.
What about individually? Are you an individual goal person at all?
Yeah. I want to get 1,000 points this year.
You're getting close.
Yeah.
Allie?
Just score. Just score.
Well, that works. So I have here some, I like to call them kind of superlatives. So we can give out some awards to your teammates. And they might, we could open it up here. For the both of you, who's the best dancer on the team?
Ella.
No hesitation at all. Who runs the aux in the locker room? And then the backup question is, who should run the aux?
Isabel runs it, right?
She's been playing it off her phone.
Should she? Or should...
I think Sid should. She has a lot of opinions about the music we listen to.
What are you all listening to then?
Rap, and there's all kinds of
what
stuff.
What do you want to listen to?
Rap.
Oh, well, so you just don't like the same rap?
It don't matter to me. I'll listen to anything.
Would you vote for her to take over the aux then as a senior?
Yeah.
Well, I guess you all have that power right as seniors, right, to step up and say there. Who's the funniest person on the team?
Coach Mack.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Who's the loudest?
Ella. And Hannah. Hannah's loud. Hannah's getting loud. She's getting loud.
Who could have a reality TV show about their life?
Ella could.
Ella. Yeah.
So is Ella the answer for all of these?
Pretty much.
Yeah, she's just out there.
So is she also going to be the one that when I ask the question on who spends the most time on their phone?
No. That's probably either Sutton or Isabel.
Probably Sutton.
Who is the least likely on your team to respond to a text message or answer the phone or however you all are communicating?
All of them. None of them answer the phone at all. None.
Will they text you back?
No. An hour later.
So you're giving it to every single one. Do you agree, Sydney?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you all respond to one another?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes. So
yeah.
At least you can be on. Who's the most likely to go famous on TikTok?
Sutton.
Yeah, probably Sutton.
You're on a deserted island. You get one teammate.
Oh, gosh.
Now, see, you got to be interested in this. You don't necessarily, you got to have the one that can help you the most. But then you also want somebody that you can get along with, potentially.
I think I'd pick Allie.
Yeah, I'd probably pick Sid.
Is there somebody that you would not want because they wouldn't be any help to you?
Probably.
Hannah.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm trying to think if I have any more. I got to look. I threw my questions on the ground. I've made a mess over here. See if I asked any to the boys that I could drop onto you. I can ask you this one as well. We lower the rims to 8 feet or 7 feet or however short, and you all have a slam dunk contest. Who's winning?
Me.
Yeah, Allie.
Are you allowed to vote for yourself?
I'm gonna.
And then if your coaching staff, let's say in their primes, Coach A, right, Coach Jones, and Coach Mack, they're playing a one-on-one tournament. Who's winning in their prime?
Jones.
Really?
Actually, no, Matt, because he played in college.
Yeah,
So
Coach
Mac.
Jones didn't play in college.
Yeah, Mac.
So you got Mac. You're going to stick with Jones, or you're going to go Mac?
Jones.
What about Coach A? No?
I don't know. Going against a boy.
I think she can hold her own.
Yeah, but I think they'll definitely win.
Well, good luck to both of you all
Thank
this
you.
season.
Thank
We're
you.
looking forward to it. I know that you all have to be really fired up to get this rolling here in about a week and a half. And good luck tomorrow as well. I know you all are scrimmaging against Tate's Creek. So good luck. We look forward to this season, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you.
That's Allie Jennings and Sydney Perkins. We're going to take a quick mute our microphones as we wrap this up, as this is K105. Go. Good job. Thank you all. Good job. You did a good job. You did a good job. Good job, you all. Thank you all. That's been our interviews there with these teams and getting to introduce you to the Cougars and Lady Cougars of the brand new team. And now we'll try to see if we can't bring a little bit of play-by-play here as you got some of the younger teams out there. Again, as a reminder, both of these teams are playing tomorrow in scrimmages, as the Cougar boys will be here at home at 7 o'clock as they'll host Monroe County. Whereas the Lady Cougars, we just learned, will be on the road at Bullitt East as they will play Tate's Creek at 5:30 Central. So good luck to both of those teams as they get ready to roll. As it's Kyle Higdon right now at the line. Got some of the younger kids out here too that I don't necessarily know. I got to learn them. We're learning at the same time, as that's Bratcher that comes down with a loose rebound for Grayson County. Gives it off there to Jet Hawkins, who I know had a big touchdown in a game earlier this year against Breckenridge County. In football, of course, Jake Bratcher came in. He's backup quarterback and played the backup quarterback role pretty well as he came into that position and did exactly his job. Spinning in the lane is Kyle Higdon. Bratcher got a hand on it. Is again, all of our coverage this year will be broadcast where you're watching it right now. Make sure to subscribe to the K105 YouTube channel, and you'll be able to watch all of the action that way. And download the K105 and WMTL app as well, as we will kind of go bounce back and forth between coverage on those. And the best way to describe that is usually, for the most part, if Kentucky is playing, we're going to be on the Moose. If they're not playing, we'll be on K105 for the most part. So that'll be really the best way to do it, as there's about 5 minutes left in this Meet the Cougar Night scrimmage here from Grayson County High School. I want to thank Coach Mack and Coach Travis Johnston for joining us, and also thank Zach Bratcher and Hayden Robinson from the boys, and Allie Jennings and Sydney Perkins from the boys, or from the girls rather, who did a great job in their interviews talking with us. Trying to get a foul called, no whistle. The officials letting them play here in this scrimmage. You got a lot of the young guys out there. Deep three from the right side is missed.
Jake Bratcher.
Jake Bratcher makes the shot. So I know they had a silent auction earlier today as well. And they cleared that earlier. They've been giving away prizes as well. What we're going to do is we're just going to turn it over and let the sounds take you the rest of the way.
Jeff Hawkins. Bailey Willis. Three for Britton Robinson. One minute left. Three for Jaden Pierce.
Put us in the closing seconds there. Looks like the blue team wins 16.
Thank everyone for coming. Also, I'd like to thank Mr. Gavin's Pizza and Storehouse Coffee and Gifts for sponsoring.
How to wrap up, though, here is, again, as a reminder, over these next couple of weeks, as we get ready, the Cougar boys basketball team will be at home tomorrow at 7 o'clock. We'll have all of the coverage of that, or we will not have the coverage of that game, sorry. You'll be able to come out to the gym, though, and watch the team, support them. They play at 7 o'clock tomorrow. We'll have all the coverage for you on Tuesday, as the Tuesday the 28th. It'll be Breckenridge County here for a girl-boy doubleheader. We'll have all the coverage of that game. 5:30 will be the tip-off, so 5:10 will be what time those games get started. So that'll wrap up our coverage here tonight. I want to thank our K105 Digital Productions crew for their hard work. Eli Smith and Trey Cook were your camera operators, and Jaden Kinney was your director. To wrap up the Meet the Cougar Night, I want to thank all of our crew for their hard work. So until Tuesday the 28th, this is Sam Gormley saying, so long, everyone.